cabby, get the LT jersey, and I'm leaning like a M24, that's the bro, solo. When I pull up to the stoop, 2 or 3 Selena look alike. 4 or 5, and I'm acting like a ordinary fool. Baby, you it's cool. All she wanna do is listen to Mac. You wanna make money, then put this. Boy, this skin tan like I'm Bo. They got bands moving, walking down south. I'm a song where we at. Ay. Party at the border, it's a movie, no outtakes. Girl, salt shake. Yo, messy down here, but don't downplay. You know SD, but didn't know about the South. Smooth like I'm MJ. Been had the juice since the 10th grade. Took care of all the bills and the rent's paid. Now you looking at a sensei. 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 Smooth.
It's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. You look at the Nets, and the Nets decide to take their first time out here. Tonight, Clark, a good look at some of the best up-and-coming talent in the NBA.
Certainly a glimpse into the future. Each of these teams should be a factor for several years to come. They've got some dynamic and electric young players on the court today.
Bridges, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark. Ball outside. Here's McDaniels, and he's good on the three ball.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Bridges outside. Launches a three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
To the paint. Now here's Paul. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Gobert, and he converts the layup.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. There's the screen. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And the 28th pick in the 2020 draft, Clark, Jaden McDaniels has more than outplayed his draft position.
Yeah, you know, there were some question marks year 1 in college at UW, but you look at him now, hey, length, mobility, skill set, those are things that every team wants and needs.
Now here's Edwards. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And the 3 off target. And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Johnson, a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb.
You know, Simmons is a platinum-level passer, and he has a really good understanding of when his teammates are open.
Pass to Gobert. Snatched away. 18 feet out. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's Edwards. And here is McDaniel. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Johnson left side. Pass to Simmons. Here's Walker. Out to the wing. Nets passing it around. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Simmons, one of the smoothest passers we've seen in a long time. He whips it around like a point guard because he actually has the skills of one.
Now here's Gobert. Poked loose. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Paul.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
And they double up Simmons. Here's Claxton. Outside for Simmons. Gobert brings the double team. And a wide open look for Walker. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 4. Oh!
Mercy, mercy me. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Here's Simmons. Gobert with the block. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Griffin, and he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges.
Well, anyone looking for highlights? Because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
You know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
It's stolen by Gobert. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. And Griffin slams it in.
Paul, one of the very best passers in the game, and he gives it to you right on time and on target.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And it's Edwards, top of the key. Paul outside, down low. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got 6.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Now, here's Bridges. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to McDaniels. No one near him. And again, it's Minnesota.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside, Simmons. Out to Bridges. Claxton with it. Defended by Gobert. Bridges for 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Hands it from downtown. McDaniels got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves. Now Simmons. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Edwards. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by a bucket. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible. He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? Living up to that first overall hype, he has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
Here is Edwards. After the basket by Brooklyn. From outside the arc, the rebound by Watford. Nets trailed by 3. Thomas with it. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's Dinwiddie. Outside for Thomas. Shot clock at 5. And he banks in the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul.
Substitutions on the court.
Right side, Conley. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Watford. It's up a 3. Reed with the rebound. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. They set the pick. Back to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. Conley's got the lead up to 5 now for Minnesota.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Dinwiddie, left side. Over to the wing. Here's Finney-Smith. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Conley. Misses from short range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively, where they are getting out and running.
Can't connect from short range. Dinwiddie for 3. Miller grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 7. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Minnesota. Here's Dinwiddie. Reed with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Pass to Watford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, we see so much more dribble handoff action these days. It's part of almost every offense.
Yeah, you know, it gets a little redundant, but it's effective, Kevin. And you know, the league is a copycat league. If it's working, you continue to do it yourself. Teams realized how useful it can be creating the matchups they want. That's a big driver of it, and players are good at running it. And quite, you know, for fans, it tends to be pretty entertaining because you typically are playing through your best players.
Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaches. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
Now here is Conley. He's got 6. There's Brown with the 3. The rebound by Watford.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Thank you, Kevin. Spencer Dinwiddie has talked about buying into his role. He says you have to have confidence that's borderline irrational, but a perspective that's very realistic. You've got to know who you are. Kevin, he adds that he's not attempting to be a Mount Rushmore type guy, but a talented player who can help a winning team.
That's a good perspective, David. Thanks for the story.
And you know, what you love about Mike Conley, he's a leader by example.
The epitome of a terrific point guard and teammate. True professional in every sense of the word, on and off the floor. He plays and he teaches and mentors. I could see him, if he desired, being a really good head coach someday.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Conley with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. With the step back. Miller. Rebounded by the Nets. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Dinwiddie outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
.103 left in the first half. There's a good screen. He lobs it up.
A veteran floor general who consistently makes good reads. Conley's teammates trust him in the pick and roll.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Shot from the wing. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Over in the corner, Conley. Over in the corner, Brown. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trailed by 9. O'Neal on the wing. There's a screen. They need this one. A shot that time, not on target. And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to Alexander Walker. Conley left side. Spins. Here's Miller. Tries again. Lays it up and banks it in. Miller's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Simmons. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And Simmons slams it in.
Remarkable athleticism of Simmons right there. Driving to the cup. When he's doing that, you need to get out of his way.
Pass to McDaniels. Gobert down low. And finished off by Gobert.
And I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Outside, Walker. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 9. Out to Edwards. Back to Paul. The tray. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Bridges left side. Back to Simmons.
First personal foul.
Timberwolves on offense. Paul outside. Outside for Griffin. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
rising up for the throwdown. Major hops from Edwards.
Here's Simmons. On the wing, Bridges. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team seconds. Now, into the line for the Timberwolves.
It's stolen by Gobert. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Minnesota ball.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Timberwolves passing it around. Moore outside. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Drops in the tray. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Pass to Bridges to stop the run.
Down
it goes!
Take that rack
What
down!
a slam!
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Now here's Gobert. It's tipped and taken away by Paul. Pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Stay clear of Gobert on the dunk now. The force he goes to the rim with is mighty.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Pass to Gobert. Kick out to Moore. Back to Gobert. Clock at 6. Paul outside. And he comes up with the deuce. Paul's got his second bucket tonight. Nets trailed by 15. Pass to Bridges. Shoots the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Now here's Gobert. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Greg, a lot more awareness in the league about the importance of mental health. Why is that so necessary?
I mean, Kevin, the level of stress now has really grown. These players are under this huge microscope that now often extends to their families. And this is such a highly competitive environment. It is far more than just a game.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Chris Paul. For 3, Bridges. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
Now, here's Bridges. He's got 12. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
From deep, Moore. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Bridges outside. with the drive. And here's Walker outside. This ball grabs the miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Bridges kicks it out to Johnson. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's Minnesota sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Watford. Here now is Dinwiddie. Conley grabs the miss.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And Miller throws it down hard.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Pass to Thomas. To the middle. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
They set the screen. Pass to Reed. Miller surveying the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits it from three-point range. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And here is Thomas. Pass to Watford. Driving inside. Reed with the block. And he recovers it. The shot by Watford, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Dinwiddie following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Connects from three-point range.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Conley's shot is off. Nets trailed by 16. In the corner, O'Neal with it. No good on the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
The rebound by Watford. The Nets on offense. It's deflected.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
First team. Substitutions on the court.
Now here's Gobert. Outside for Griffin. Good. Nice job down low. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Here's Watford. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, I tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Edwards. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
O'Neal outside. Dinwiddie left side. 4 on the clock. No good with the triple.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Edwards, that's good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Dinwiddie wide open. Off target from outside. Minnesota leading by 20. Out to Edwards. Back to Paul. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Pass to McDaniels. From downtown. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
A guy who wants to make a big impact. McDaniels is just going off.
Here's Watford. Can they get it? Out left to the wing. For the 3. No good from Finney-Smith.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Back to Edwards. Stolen by Thomas.
Winning in strong fashion. A relentless effort notches a W
for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Chris Paul.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Johnson. A rebound by the Timberwolves.